Thanks for tuning in to The Vibe, folks. Kia here, and I am hanging out with Golden, and he is the founder of Altra. Now, we've got a series of trail shoes here, and my understanding, these are the #1 through hiking shoe. Is that correct?
True, yeah. People that hike Canada to Mexico or Mexico to Canada on a trail like the Continental Divide Trail, this is the #1 shoe you would see on the trail.
And that's quite an endeavorous hike, so these shoes must be really up for the hike, I guess.
Yeah, they're
right?
pretty serious. And the same shoe that's the #1 shoe on the trail is actually also the #1 selling shoe at Run Specialty nationwide for trail running as well. So for that reason, we call them trail shoes.
Now, how did you get into this?
I was kind of born into this. I was in shoes. My dad was working basically for Nike when I was born, and we opened a shoe store when I was 9. And then I went off to college to study how to best help my customers.
Okay.
And most people come to buy shoes, especially hiking or running shoes, because something hurts. And I wanted to be able to help them as much as possible. And as I got into my studies, I found out that basically everything I'd been telling people my whole life was a lie. You know, cushioning does not protect your knees. It actually amplifies forces on your knees.
That you wouldn't think that.
Yeah, overpronation doesn't actually cause injuries. You know, all these kind of myth-buster things. And I found out that shoes aren't actually built by science or by researchers or by doing what doctors say. They're built by marketers, you know, in suits in a corner office.
So now, what specifically were you focused on when you were making your first shoes? Like, how did that happen?
So I just tried to follow the research, and basically what we came to is that shoes contort people's feet out of their natural position. So when you get out of bed every morning, your feet are flat on the ground, your toes spread and relaxed. And you have natural arch support and things work well. And then as soon as you put a shoe on, it raises your heel up off the ground. Most shoes are twice as thick in the heel as the forefoot. Crowds your toes together, pushes up on the inside, and really moves your foot out of being able to do what it's supposed to do. And so as we looked at the research, what I wanted to do was just follow the research and follow what they were saying and make shoes that are actually shaped like a healthy human foot instead of being tapered in the toes.
They definitely look super comfy.
Yeah, so yeah, people will note that. They look at it, they see it, they're like, oh, it looks comfortable. And we'll note they're not wide, they're foot shaped, you know, so they're actually shaped like feet. Width is standard from here back. And then every shoe is 0 drop, meaning that just the same position you're in when you get out of bed every morning.
Now, my understanding is that you did you made your first one in a toaster oven?
Yeah, exactly. So initially, to make the first prototypes, to get the sole level from heel to forefoot, I had to throw some shoes in a toaster oven. And we were doing this around my house fairly often, modifying shoes. And so
so just the common family activity.
Yes, my dad's like stoked, right? He's like, yeah, 375, wait till the glue bubbles. And I'm like, okay, you know, and we put it in there and get some pliers and rip the outsole off and take the foam out and put a flat level weight balance piece of foam in there and get the shoe and get it so it's level like you see here now, and so it just balances.
Now, where can someone go locally to try one of these shoes on and check them out?
So REI is a place, or Summit Chiropractic does a great job here locally, and pretty much any run shop anywhere will have our shoes. Okay,
well, thank you, Golden, so much for coming in. I am actually in the market for some new shoes, so I'm definitely going to check these out. And folks, maybe you should try these on as well. Okay, folks, we'll see you next time.